And your slope is indicating basically how steep the line is. It's also indicating, so there's two things, how steep, and it is the rate, sorry, it's the rate of change. Rate of change of the line. So our slope is also considered our rise over run. Rise over run is also known how you can find your rate of change. So the formula, this is, I'm going to put a little star here. This is also part of your rate of change. And the way the rate of change works is the change in y over the change in x. Your change in y over the change in x. So the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This gives you our slope. And the m, the cursive m, is the symbol for slope. Okay? So we're going to ask you to find your slope or identify the slope from a graph, from 2 points, okay, or from the equation. Oh, here it is. So let's just talk about from 2 points. To find the slope between 2 points, we're going to have an x1 and a y1 for the first point. Actually, I'm going to put that on the top. Let me fix that. x1, y1, and then x2, y2. Okay, so what I want to see is just plugging into the formula. So m is the formula for slope. On the top part of our fraction or our ratio or equation here is the y2 minus y1. That would represent the value of y2 is this 7. The value of y1 is 8. So that's 7 minus 8 on the top. And then what values are going to go on the bottom for x2 minus x1? 4 minus 2. Then we're just going to do the operation on the top. 7 minus 8 leaves you with a negative 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. So our slope, this is the simplified answer. It's just negative 1/2. Okay? All right, so do the B. Let's check your understanding. If you need to label the points, you can. I'll put the x1, y1. It's always x1 and y1. Then x2, y2. I'm just going to plug it into the formula. So hopefully 9 minus 3 is on top. Negative 2 minus 1. Okay, don't change your signs. Copy the sign. Just show subtraction as your operation. All right, this should be simplified to, I think, a whole number answer. So, All right, so I will stamp your answer to this one when I check it, that you can complete and simplify the equation. Now, on your types of slopes, okay, for a positive slope, it should always end up increasing. Increases left to right. So when I'm reading left to right, I need to see a line increasing. So just draw an example of a positive slope, increasing from left to right. So just draw an example of a positive slope. All right, negative slope, this slope decreases from left to right. So we just need an example of a negative slope. Now we do have some special cases. Zero slope, okay? A zero slope is going to be a horizontal line. So it's just left to right, but it's horizontal. It does not go up or down. It's just straight across for a zero slope. And then for your undefined slope, this is a vertical line. So just up and down. So just know the different types of slopes, especially the special case. Now for horizontal slopes here, the m is going to equal to 0 as a ratio, as a rate of change. Okay, and I probably need to extend my page here. As the rate of change, ROC, okay. To get a zero slope, you're going to have a number on the top of your ratio, a number, any number, okay, and then 0 at the bottom. Oh, sorry, flip that around, sorry, it's the other way around. It's 0 on the top, number on the bottom, sorry. 0, number. For vertical, your rate of change, so this is undefined slope, and that's the abbreviation for undefined, UND. And to get an undefined slope, or for the rate of change, ROC, it's the number over 0. Anytime 0 is at the bottom of your ratio, it's undefined. All right, so there's two types of forms we need to be familiar with. Slope-intercept form. Okay, slope-intercept form looks like this. Y equals mx plus b. The m in the form, so I'm just going to point to that. Whatever's in front of the x, that is your slope. Okay. The b and the y-intercept is the y-intercept. Okay, so m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Okay. Point slope form, this is when we have y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. The m in front of the parentheses, m is your slope. Okay. We use point slope form because our y1 and our x1 and in front of the equal sign and inside the parentheses, so your x1 and y1 represent a point, okay, on the line. A point on the line. All right, so today's a little check for understanding, because we're going to pretty much get into linear equations, but understanding the slope is such a key skill for that. It's just, can you give me a slope of a line with 2 points? Can you give me the slope if I give you the graph? So like if I give you a picture of a line, like something like this, to get the slope, you would need 2 points on that line and count the rise over run. So I want to see, do you remember counting rise over run on lines? Okay. Do you know, can you identify when it's horizontal versus vertical? And then could you find the slope if I give you the equation? All right. So I'm going to come by and stamp your notes. You can use this to help you on your practice. You have an Alex practice over this skill.